Salutations, everybody. It's your girl Shadara, and today I'm gonna be talking about what I learned in my 20s. Like, I'm 30. I turned 30 at the end of May, and so I'm gonna talk about everything that I've learned, and my growth in my 20s, which is a lot. It's a lot. You feel me? So, um, I really just too long didn't read. I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. I'm gonna really just be talking about like not I'm not even gonna talk about what I went through. I'm just gonna talk about like I said, what I learned. Like I learned pretty much to put myself first, um, to love myself, to never settle, uh yeah. To be in tune with your emotions, to and to not be so to be patient with myself. Be patient with others, but also patient with myself. So, yeah, like, I mean, really in my early 20s, I was still very depressed. And I was, as soon as I turned 21, I was drinking. I was abusing the alcohol because I was depressed. And I mean, I know now, I didn't learn this until like a year or two ago. It was the birth control that I was on that was causing me to be super depressed and causing me to be super anxious. And I didn't know that. Like that was a big part of it for me. But at the time, in my early 20s, that's what I was going through. That's what I had to, that's what was happening. Okay, cool. Big bad boom. So in my early 20s, like I went to therapy, I got medicated for it, got off medication. And I really just had to do a lot of, I want to call it soul searching. I had to do a lot of healing because you can't just call everything soul searching. I had to do a lot of healing. I really had to heal from childhood wounds and things that I had went through in my childhood. And uh, I had to really, the biggest thing was rewiring my brain, which I've already talked about in a different Love Shadara, but like really just rewiring my brain so I could be my best self. I knew I wanted to be my best self. I wanted to come correct. I want to love myself, be my best self. Like I want to grow and I want to glow. You know what I mean? So like how I went about that was literally, again, like I talked, like just rewiring my brain. Anytime I had a negative thought about myself or something, I'd stop it mid thought. And it would, of course, that's harder in the beginning, but the more you do it, the easier that it gets. So that's really all I did. And then, like I said, go to therapy, develop healthy coping mechanisms. And in my mid 20s, I learned that I have ADHD, which makes sense. I had suspected it when I was in high school when I did a project, but I was 24 when I was diagnosed with ADHD. So I was medicated for that, and then learned, it was really just learning myself. That's the biggest thing. In my 20s, I learned myself. I learned who I am and learned I don't want to be medicated. I want healthy coping mechanisms because being medicated, like with my depression, when I was medicated for my depression and my anxiety, it made me into a zombie. And damn, I look ashy. And then sorry. I'm not- and then when I was diagnosed with ADHD, I was on Adderall, but that like your body gets used to it and then you end up having to take more and then it's just a whole cycle. And I said I don't want to be on it because it's making me not myself. It's making me, I felt like it made me lack empathy. It made me like it just, I was not me, you know? So I said, you know what, let me get up off this shit. So I got off of it. And then just learning healthy coping mechanisms, going to therapy, and just healing from things in my past I had to heal from. That's the main base of what I learned in my 20s. In my late 20s, I'm getting out of my mid 20s to my late 20s, I really learned. That's when I was in, I'd been in relationships, here and there, whatever. And a lot of it was me learning. Like, I was in my longest relationship. I was 27 going on 28 when I had gotten to my longest relationship, which was only a year. But that was the longest relationship I had ever been in. And so I learned from that relationship that I have to put myself first. This is the core. My spirit team, my shit said, bitch, you gonna learn today. Okay. Some people, I really learned that like you can't grow, like you can't take everybody with you. Not everybody is meant to grow with you, like, you know what I mean. Not everybody is meant to go with you like that. And that's like a big lesson. I feel like that's like the most impressionable. Maybe because it was like now, like it was more recent that I learned this. But that was the effect. That's when everything clicked for me. Everything else I had learned and had understood earlier in my earlier 20s, it all those lessons clicked and like tied together with what I learned in my late 20s. Like it all just like, okay, now I get it. My brain understands now. Because literally I sat there and I was in a relationship. I was in a year-long relationship and I shouldn't have been in that relationship that long. I should have cut it quick as hell before it really even had a chance to start, which sounds crazy, but like I was disrespected time and time again. And I allowed that person to disrespect me time and time again. You know what I mean? I already kind of talked about it. Like I'm healed from it. There are things that I didn't realize how traumatized I was from the relationship until the relationship I'm in now. Like my man, I could brag about this man. He I've never been with somebody so gentle, somebody who actually likes me and shows it. And so my man now, like, you know, he'll be like, you know, just he told me like just be patient. I said, this man is so right. Like it sounds so goofy. That sounds so just certain things. I'm like, he's so right. Like I can't sit here and I was traumatized from my past. I can't bring that into this. That's not cool. And that's what I try to do in my last relationship. Like, let me not bring that past shit into that relationship. But the person I was with in my last relationship, I think we triggered each other in a lot of different ways. So, but I'm just sitting there and I'm like, man, like I learned so much from that last relationship. Not everybody can go where you go. You know what I mean? Like if you are growing and you're sitting there like, yeah, like I want you to come with me, but that person is not growing as well, you can't take them with you. You know what I mean? Like you can't, you know what I mean? You can't do that. Some people like are not meant to go where you're going. And I learned that in that last relationship. I learned I can't just settle. I can't just sit there and be like, but you know, the potential, this could, baby, I'm not banging on nobody's potential. Hell no. I have to take care of myself. That last relationship, I did so much. And for what? To feel unappreciated, to feel like I wasn't shit, to feel like I would like I constantly had to compare myself. You wanted my energy, you didn't want me type shit. You feel me? So I let that go though. That all that shit is in the past. But that's what I learned from that relationship is I have to do better for myself. I have to choose better for myself. I want better, so I want better. I deserve better, so I have to allow better to come in. I can't just sit here and okay. Because after my last relationship, before I turned 30, I I reconnected with an old friend, and then I sat there and I was like, this person, excuse me, this person really ain't my friend because they only hit me up and come around if they want something. That ain't a real friend. So I cut them off, and then I was talking to somebody. I was involved with somebody after that, and I was like, this person, it was the same cycles. You could see when things are a lesson. You could see when things are a bitch. It's a teaching moment. Have you learned your lesson? And I sat there and I said, this has potential, but you're not showing me that you want this shit. I gotta cut it off. You disturbing my peace and my energy. I gotta cut this shit off. And that's what I learned. That's what I learned, and especially in my late 20s, is like I saw it. I saw the patterns. I saw the cycles. I saw how like I need to be doing better. I need to allow better in. You know what I mean? I deserve better and I need to allow better. I should not be settling for motherfuckers who don't know what they want or aren't sure. I don't got time for that shit. Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. That's what I learned in my 20s. But like I said, I feel like all those lessons tied together and were the most impressionable in my late 20s. 27, 28, 29, like literally. Because yeah, I was 27 going on 28 when I was in my past relationship. And then that was only a year. So I was 28 going on 29 when that ended. And that shit, like, not everybody can go where you go. Like I said, the biggest lesson I learned in all of my 20s is you have to take care of you. You have to put yourself first. You have to be a good selfish. And a big part of being a good selfish is sometimes it fucking sucks. because you want to. I want to be with this person. I know this could work out. I know we would be great. But again, you can't bank on potential. You can't sit there and be like, it coulda, shoulda, woulda, bitch. Oh hell no. You're not proving that to me right now. I'm putting in effort. You're not. This ain't gonna work. You're sitting in there making me feel. I come to you talking about, hey, you said you did this. It didn't make me feel good. You were taking that. You were misconstruing that. You're not willing. I'm telling you this so that we could work on this shit. How can we be better? You take it as an argument. You are not you. You know what? I'm out. I'm stepping. Oh, you talking to your ex while you with me? I'm stepping. I will not be disrespected. You can't. Never settle. I'll tell you right now. Never settle. Never, 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 never fucking settle. Okay? You deserve. That's a big lesson. And part of taking care of yourself and putting yourself first, being a good selfish, is understanding that you should never settle. No matter how big or small. You have a job interview lined up. You go to the interview and they tell you they on bullshit with you. You don't have to take it just because you want a job, just because you need a job. Something better is going to come along. I promise you. You have to be willing to trust the process. It's another big thing I learned. Trust the fucking process, bitch. You can't hold on to shit because, well, what if something else doesn't come in? No, bitch. Trust the process. Trust the process. No matter who or what you believe in, you're going to be all right. In the words Kendrick, God got us. We going to be all right. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You know? I learned to let go of control. I learned, that was part of my anxiety. Was like, okay, I felt if I could control certain aspects and certain things, then I could sit here and, make things happen or not happen, especially with my anxiety, make sure stuff doesn't happen. What I learned, especially from my last relationship, if somebody want to do something, they're going to do it. Okay? If somebody really want to be with you, they're going to be with you. Somebody really want to hang out with you, they're going to hang out with you. They want to reach out to you, they're going to reach out to you. They're going to talk to you, they're going to talk. You know what I mean? If you feel the need to sit there and reach out to somebody, reach out to them. But understand, look at the energy that they give you. You feel me? Not everything's going to work. Okay? Not everything's going to is going to work out with people that you want it to work out with. You feel? That's not how it works all the time. But that's just those are big things that I learned. You have to learn how to let go. You have to learn to let go of control. You have to learn to trust the process. Trust in yourself. Okay, that's a big one. I think a great example is people will sit here and they'll be like, okay, well, I'm on TikTok, I'm on TikTok and these TikTok readers are telling me do. Bruh. Or if you do tarot or you have a little pendulum or whatever, if you're constantly asking the same question or you're getting tarot readings on the same situation, yes, they can give you advice, but you have to make your own decisions. Okay? You have to use your own discernment and make your own decisions about what you feel is best for you. You have to be willing to fail. That's also a huge thing. That's so big. You have to be willing to fail. You have to be comfortable with possibly fucking up and failing. Because sometimes, right, I don't believe that there is a such thing as a missed opportunity. If something is really for you, it already got your name on it. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Okay? And sometimes opportunities come around. They come around the first time so that you could fail. So that you could understand what to do the next time that opportunity comes around. You feel me? Okay. These are all things I've learned. This is all that I've learned in my 20s. Is literally you can't control everything. Because what's meant to happen is going to happen regardless. Sometimes you got to put that action in. You got to be about it. You got to, you know what I mean? If I sat there, you have to be willing to grow and step out of your comfort zone. That's something else I learned. It sounds silly, but it's true. With my man. If I didn't sit there, oh, he could hit me up. He could hit me up. If I sat there and if I stayed in that mindset of he could hit me up, he could hit me up, who knows if we would be together? I'm serious. Like, maybe, but it wouldn't have happened when it did. You know what I mean? Because what's supposed to happen is gonna happen no matter what. But I'm just, you can't sit there and be like, no, no, no. Like, don't be stubborn. You know what I mean? Don't be hard headed. Don't be stubborn. If you feel like I should hit him up, hit him up. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to, like, change is scary. Things that are new are scary. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to fuck up. I mean, think about when you're typing something, how much you fuck up when you're typing. You know? When with certain things in your life, think about how like you do it and you fuck up. Oh fuck. Okay, let me go back and let me do it again. Let me try again. Or if you're starting a new recipe, it may not be like, okay, well, this isn't what I expected the first time, or this isn't, I don't know if I did this right. Let me try again. You have a willingness to try something like that again. You have to have a willingness to go for what you want. Try again. You know what I mean? No matter what, there's a way. Oh, shit. Okay. I remember growing up, my dad would be like, "There's always, you know." He would he would always just sit there and tell us like, there's always like not a way out, but everything works out, right? Like there's always a reason. Like I don't know how to explain. Like I can't remember exactly how we would say it, but it was just kind of like everything works out. Like there's always a solution. That's what he say. There's always a solution. There's always a solution. And I'd be like, yeah, yeah. And then, like, my depression got really bad. My anxiety was really bad. I never really thought of that. I'd be like, man, whatever, whatever. I'm really my father's daughter because, like, I truly say that. Like, everything works out. You have nothing to worry about because everything works out. You know what I mean? Everything, like, what is for you already has your name on it. There's nothing to worry about because everything's going to work out, you know? And, like, it does. You have to trust the process. And like I said, just like I sat there, I'm like, damn, why are these lights on? I'm cutting off lights. I said, oh my god, I sound like my father, dog. What the fuck? Like, you know, you grow. I think like enjoy if you're in your 20s and you're like, man, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the hell. Like, even 30, like I'm still young, bitch. The fuck. But even enjoy this time. And even in your 30s, you're gonna be making mistakes. You like I said, it don't matter what fucking age you are, you're gonna fuck up, dog. Like you're gonna fuck up. That's just a part of life. You are going to fuck up. You are going to, damn, I fucked this opportunity up. Whole time you weren't fucking the opportunity up. You were learning what to do. See, it's about your frame of mind. You thinking, man, I fucked this up. I'm gonna never try this again. Whole time it's okay. No, this is what can I learn from this. That's literally what I learned in my 20s is reframing my mindset so that I'm not fucking miserable and depressed all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Excuse me, negativity attracts negativity. Positivity attracts positivity. So you gotta be positive. And you ain't gonna be positive all the time. That's just not normal either. Okay? But you have to be gentle and kind with yourself, and you have to be patient with yourself. It's also what I learned. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be gentle. You have to give yourself grace. Because we live in a world where people will not give you the same. They will not. Okay? Even people you're supposed to be close to may not give you that. And you have to be comfortable with cutting people off. You can't allow anybody into your energy. You can't allow everybody into your energy. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to let people go and leave them where they're at. If they don't align with your values, you're not hurting nobody, you ain't hurting yourself. They don't align with you and what you want to do and your morals or whatever, cut them off. There ain't nothing wrong with that. And sometimes being a part of being your best self, this is a big thing I learned. Sometimes, not even sometimes, most times, being a part of your, like when you are your best self, when you are growing and working on yourself to be your best self, you are alone. It gets lonely. Like, oh, it gets lonely at the top. Not no, I'll make money, I'll make bank, nobody got money like me, like type of top, but like when you know yourself, you're comfortable with yourself, you have boundaries, and you stand in your boundaries. You stand 10 toes on your boundaries. You don't play about yourself. Okay? It gets lonely because you don't let people step all over you. But people who really value you and respect you and fuck with you, they really love you. Like I said, they really fuck with you. They're not going to have a problem with respecting your boundaries, just as you shouldn't have a problem respecting other people's boundaries. You feel me? That's what I learned. You can't let people step over you. You can't let people step over your boundaries. If you overstep your boundaries, why the fuck do you think, like, what are you doing? You're overstepping your own boundaries. You're setting the example for everybody else. You overstep them, everybody else gonna overstep them. Why are you doing that? Stand 10 toes. And that shit hurts when you stand on your boundaries sometimes, because it's like, fuck, I really like you, but you're disrespecting me. And I don't even disrespect myself. I don't even speak to myself this way. So what the fuck make you think you can talk to me like that? My favorite line, like I've dealt with some crusty ass individuals in the past. Okay, my favorite line is to sit there and be like, my own father don't speak to me this way. So what the fuck makes you think you can speak to me that way? I don't speak to myself this way. So what the fuck makes you think you could talk to me that way? Sometimes all it takes is you starting off looking in the mirror. Look at yourself in the eyes in the mirror. Tell yourself, I love you. I love you and I'll do anything for you. You are my main priority. I respect you. You are beautiful and you deserve everything that you want. It's like, and you have to, you can't, it's just not a one-time deal. You gotta keep that shit up. Sometimes, and what you can also do is, like, if you do skincare, like in the morning or in the, whenever you wash your face, you get out the shower, you do your skincare, you put your skincare on. Like I use rose water as my toner. When I put my rose water toner on, I look myself in the, I say I'm beautiful. People acknowledge that I'm beautiful. People tell me, you speak affirmations, speak blessings over yourself, speak affirmations over yourself, speak positivity over yourself. That's what I learned. You have to, because if you don't do it, who the fuck gonna do it? On some real shit. That's what I learned. If you don't do it, who the fuck will? That's some real shit right there. In the same way that I learned, like, I got more people in my corner. I got more people who fuck with me and who love me and who are down for me and who want to be around me than I realize. And that's how it always is. You have more people. Like, when people sit there and tell you, dog, like, hit me up. I always tell you, when I say that shit, hit me up. And I may take a little bit to respond. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you need something, hit my ass up. If you got somebody in your corner who tell you that, do it. Especially them times where you really need it. Like, damn, I just need a vet. And that could be uncomfortable, because if you're not comfortable relying on somebody or being vulnerable in that way, you have to get comfortable with that. Journal. You have to understand what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. That's what I learned. Because if you hold that shit up, you're gonna bottle it up, and come on now. Come on now. I've already talked about this. But yeah, this is everything I've learned in my 20s. I feel like I'm going on an old people tangent, but like, this is dead ass what I've learned. This is dead ass, like, everything. A part of being your best self is being able to reflect and being graceful and patient with yourself in that reflection. You are going to have times where you think about some shit you did or you said, and you're like, dog, I don't want to hear that shit. Bitch, what the fuck? But don't sit there and be like, oh, so fucking stupid. Don't speak negatively over yourself. Have a moment. If it makes you cringe physically, have a moment where you cringe. Like, oh my God, bitch. Oh, why would I do that? You know what? It's okay. Because next time, I'll just, something, because situations, same type of situations will happen over and over again, okay? Similar scenarios all the time. Now okay, like I did this and it made me cringe. Let me not do that anymore. But you cringing at it is you knowing I could do better. I could be better. You have to be patient with yourself, right? You wouldn't sit there. Would you sit there and scream at the child version of yourself for doing something like that? You don't want to be screamed at. You don't want to be talked negatively to. You don't want somebody to sit there and be like, "Oh my God, you ain't shit," blah 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 blah. Just talking just negativity over you as an adult. So why would you do it to a child? Think about it like that. You are speaking to yourself. You don't have to view yourself as a child. But would you sit there and say that to your child self? No. So why would you speak it? Your child self, you have an inner child. So why would you? Come on now. They listening. You feel me? Why would you do that? You wouldn't. So don't. Look at yourself. Be graceful and be patient with yourself. And speak love over yourself. Speak positivity. Speak abundance over yourself. Because you deserve it. That's what I learned. Like, it is literally everything that I learned in my 20s. You have to show yourself grace. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to. Because there are going to be times where you don't have, not necessarily you don't have somebody to, but there are going to be times where you are by yourself and you have to sit with yourself and you have to understand, you have to build a secure foundation within yourself. You have to acknowledge your insecurities and why those are insecurities. A lot of people don't like to self-reflect because it's hard. It's scary. It makes you look at yourself like, dog, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? But it's okay. You have to get to the root. And if you can't do it on your own, because you can't always do it on your own, you have to understand how to do it. If you were able to go to therapy, go to therapy. You know what I mean? Therapist, I love my psychologist down. Because therapists were on bullshit. You go to a psychologist, go to a psychologist. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. And one of the biggest things I learned in my 20s was understand what works best for you. You need to be able to stand up for yourself, okay? Understand what works best for you, why it works best for you, and don't stand 10 toes down. Stand on those boundaries. Stand on that shit. Don't let nobody try to convince you otherwise. I remember going to the gym with my ex one time, and I hate the press with the damn bar because it hurts my shoulders. Like the whole, I don't know what the fuck that called, but the bar, and then, people be doing the squats with the shit, right? I sit there, he's like, "Oh, you should do this," and I was like, So I know I'm not gonna like that shit because I hate the way that bar feel on my shoulders. I said, but okay, I'll try it. Why not? I did one. He's like, "Oh, you're not doing it right." I said, "Dog, it shit pissed me off." I said, "Dog, like, I don't like to do it. I already know what works best for me in the gym. I tried it because I never tried it before, but I knew it was gonna fuck me up, so I'm not doing that shit again. Don't try to tell me what the fuck to do. Stand on your boundaries. 10 toes down on what the fuck work best for you. Don't ever let somebody try to tell you what works best for you, because who knows yourself like you do? You, baby. Okay, come on now. I mean, this is 30 minutes. Probably a little less. But that's really it. Too long didn't read. Stand on your boundaries. If there's one person, if you sit there, "Oh man, I don't got nobody like," people be like, "Oh, like, I know somebody don't play about you." Yeah, bitch, I don't play about me. The fuck I look like? Be that person. You want that person in your life, be that person for yourself. Because sometimes it gets lonely no matter what. Sometimes there are bouts in time in your life where you're a little bit lonely. Whether it be like, damn, everybody's busy, or these friends, like, we've came and gone, and whatever the case is. Be that person for yourself. Do it for you. And stop feeling ashamed that you're being a good selfish and doing shit for yourself. Because being bad selfish, being negatively selfish, is you're not considerate. You ain't considering nobody around you. You ain't no, I'll come first because I said so. Dog, calm down. We just at the function. Everybody gonna get a rib, bitch. Calm down. The fuck? Like, that's a bad selfish. You ain't considering, like, there are kids and elderly here, dog. Take it, like, and that's another big thing too. Take your time. There ain't no fucking rush. Take your time. Figure yourself out. Take the time. Nothing is on a timeline. Time is not linear. Time is a man-made concept. Take your time. You are not running out of time. You do not have to have shit done. But by the time I hit 25, by the time I hit 30, I have to shut the hell up. No, you don't. There's a difference between, like, I set a goal for myself, like, I'm gonna be a published author by the time I hit 30. I said that when I was 19, 20. By 28, I was a published author. It was a school publication. But I'm like, okay, cool. Now I set myself another goal for how I want to be published. You know what I mean? So, like, never sit there and don't doubt yourself. I mean, you're going to doubt yourself sometimes. That's okay. Don't be afraid to reassess yourself. Don't be afraid to dive into those, like, critically think. That's what's missing. A lot of people don't critically think no more. But don't overthink. There's a difference between critically thinking and overthinking. Critically thinking is, I'm going to think about this shit up from all sides, how it may go. Let me look at my options. Okay, like, I have this choice, but I want to look at everything to make sure that I'm sure on this choice. You feel me? Overthinking is, oh my God, what if I'm fucking wrong? What if I fuck up? What if this doesn't work out? Shut the hell up. Overthinking is rooted in anxiety. So, if you are always overthinking, it's something with your anxiety. Get to the why. What has caused you to overthink? What insecurity is in there that has made you overthink this? And then start searching through it. Start, feeling through it. The only way to grow through it is to go through it, baby. Okay. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Because I didn't want this to be 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes. I mean, we know these love shadaras are long as fuck. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for listening. Let me do my true too long didn't read. Too long didn't read. What I learned in my 20s is I'm a bad bitch. Some real shit. I'm a bad bitch. You have to do what's best for you. Learn yourself, understand yourself, heal. You have to process shit, heal from it, and let it go. You cannot carry old past shit into the future, into the present, or into the future. That shit needs to stay in the past. But you have to heal from that past shit in order to move forward in your life. You will have everything you want in your life as long as you process shit, heal from it, and let it go. Be a good selfish. Don't play about yourself. And never settle. Never settle for less. If you sit there, if it talk like a duck, walk like a duck, sound like a duck, look like a duck, bitch is a duck. Okay? So if you are in a situation that, this makes me uncomfortable, this feels disrespectful, then it's fucking disrespectful. You have fucking disrespected my boundaries. You have stepped over my boundaries. Leave. I can't just leave. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. You can at any moment, at any given fucking time. Do not ignore the red flags. Leave. Go. Cut them off. You know how fun that is? I love cutting motherfuckers off. Oh, you disrespect me? Boop. Cut off. Cut them off. And then they'd be like, oh man, like, because every motherfucker in my past that I've cut off has never had the guts to fucking come back because they know they was in the wrong. That's why they was fucking cut off in the first place. But anyway, I'm gonna shut the hell up. Yeah, that's it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, if y'all have any questions or anything, just let me know. I hope y'all can relate to this shit. I hope it helps something somewhere, because I was just yapping. But yeah. Fun fact. I will never drink Crown Blackberry again because on my 30th birthday this year, I drank almost a whole bottle of a regular sized bottle of Crown. I I got fucked up and I threw it. Yeah, baby, never again. Just the smell of the blackberry Crown hurt my stomach. So, yeah, not doing that shit again. Holy fuck, dude. Oh shit.